Welcome to Spirit Medium, Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hello, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura, Mediumship and Messages. Welcome to the show, and this is Spirit Medium Laura. If any of you have been watching the elections lately, you might have gotten an idea about what makes people like you or not like you, or what creates that charismatic quality. And I keep thinking about this. I believe it's being very, very confident and speaking authentically for yourself. One of the areas I'd like to work on is do that more on this radio show, because sometimes I try to fit a persona of what I think people want to hear versus just letting it all hang out. But in any event, this is Mediumship and Messages with me, Spirit Medium Laura, and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be just going over what the show's about in the beginning. Then I will have a little bit of a lecture on soulmates, attraction, how to attract your soulmate, and what is a soulmate and all that kind of stuff. Then I will do a meditation, and very quick meditation, by the way, and then a channeled message for everyone, a general message, and then I will go to the phone lines. That will be about 15 minutes into the show, and usually I start with mediumship, depending on how many are there. Susie, if you're listening, and anybody calls in again, just find out who would want another side connection. I already have one person waiting for that. Then I go to a mix of messages and mediumship. That's meaning other side connections, as well as other things that I do. And this show will do whatever I do, because it's me, basically, which means I'll do mentoring, perhaps on metaphysic concepts and manifesting concepts and soul purpose concepts, or even psychic development. I might do some medical intuition. I'm also a certified health coach, so I might talk a little bit about health. I might do healing. Oh yeah, healing's a big thing. I do that on a soul level, but mind, body, soul level. So anyway, let me just review what you need to know. There's a website for this show called spiritmediumtv.com, and there I'm going to make a couple of announcements. I've already made some of them. The phone number to call into the show is there. The times for the show is there. This is Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which is one of the times for this show. I also do another show Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The top 4 things that you can get on the website for this show are the following. 1 is sale. That's item 1 on the show, 25% off a private session with me. 2, the ability to enter a contest to win a private session with me. That's 30 minutes, phone or Skype. And simply go to the website spiritmediumtv.com. On the upper right of that page, you will see a form to join the mailing list, your invitation to join the mailing list. And if you do so, you will be in to win this private session with me for the month we're in. So it's just a monthly contest, meaning you're only competing with those people that join that month. So you have a good chance to win. So join my mailing list if you haven't already. Number 3 is you can also jump the queue. I call it the 8 No Wait. Number 3 on spiritmediumtv.com allows you to donate 8 to jump the gate. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And then the 4th thing is to watch this show live. I have a live video feed of me sitting very, very boringly in front of an Asian screen, and you can watch me there. Sometimes I do things with my face that might be somewhat amusing, and some people just like to see you, versus just hear you, so it adds another dimension to the whole show. This video goes to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, a whole bunch of places, and finally does end up on my YouTube page. Yeah, I have a YouTube page. It's called Laura Mendelsohn. Laura Mendelsohn, or if you just went to YouTube and put in Spirit Medium Laura, you'd find it toot sweet right away. And I have a playlist there now of the good shows, the better ones. So not all shows are alike, although lately they're pretty consistent. Okay, so what am I going to talk about today? I would like to talk about soulmate attraction. Ooh. And maybe the first thing you might want to understand is, what the heck is a soulmate? There's a lot of nowadays. All of a sudden, people talking about twin souls, and there might be other terminology out there. As far as I understand from what I've been told by spirit, uh, a soulmate is there for your spiritual evolution. It's a soul that you knew in other lifetimes, or in other lifetimes. Usually you and that soul are paired together to reincarnate for the purpose of spiritual growth. So if you look at your relationships that way, it certainly puts a whole new slant on things versus what you're going to get, right? What are you going to give, and how are you going to help that other person evolve, and how is this relationship going to help you evolve? It can make sometimes very conflicted situations have more meaning, and therefore you're able to tolerate them and also gain something positive from them. So think of those problematic relationships that you perhaps feel you just can't get over that person, or there's a compelling feeling to be with that person, maybe a sense of familiarity, a sense of comfort when you're around that person. That would probably be a soulmate. Usually there's more to it than just that. In my case, not only did I have all those things I just mentioned, a lot of conflict, but I also had a lot of joy. And when I would be in the presence of my soulmate, I would feel a little dizzy. Maybe like I had one foot in another dimension at the same time as being in this dimension. It was like, I can't really describe it, except to say that it felt like time and space had disappeared and I was in this eternal place. Even though I still was on Earth, which is a time-full place, I felt like part of me was in another dimension when I was around that person. So maybe that's the way you feel also. But I can tell you this: a soulmate relationship will stand out. It will not be like the other relationships. A lot of people say, oh, you can have more than one soulmate and all this other business. I don't know if you really can have so many like that. You might have other relationships that help you grow and you feel really good about them, but to that have that level of drama, shall we say? Usually that is unique to soulmate relationships. In contrast, a twin soul is a soul that you were one at one point in time with this other soul, and you agreed to break into two parts. So it's really two aspects of the same soul as a twin soul, and both aspects have incarnated into different experiences from each other. And the plan was eventually to come back together, join as one, and then integrate the different aspects of yourself, this twin soul of yours, to create and complete a work or project together. So if you meet your twin soul, you will feel a connection, you will feel harmony, you will feel coming together in terms of purpose, and you will probably be going about making some sort of a work completion this lifetime. It is speculated amongst the New Age community that many twin souls have joined together or agreed to come together during this time of ascension, in that they come together to become more powerful to complete particular projects. So aspects of twin soul relationships are more harmonious and have a sense of completing purpose or work in the lifetime you're in together. So those are a couple of highlights of both of these things. Here's a couple of tips to attract your soulmate. Here's some spiritual law that goes along with that. There's one spiritual law called the spiritual law of vibration. So if you want to attract a more meaningful relationship, maybe we can call it a soulmate if you'd like, start to emphasize growth when you're meeting people, or even ask that your soulmate be presented to you, one for growth. And if you're not attracting that connection, but rather you're attracting a person who has uh, superficial qualities that are ego oriented, you need to adjust that, and you need to start becoming a little bit more deep yourself and thinking about inner aspects that you would like to emphasize in yourself and find the likeness for. So spiritual law of vibration basically says like attracts like. So if you're really just thinking in terms of finding a trophy partner, somebody who superficially is attractive, maybe they have a lot of money, or they are very handsome or good looking, or that type of thing, or a lot of status in society, fame or wealth, that would be creating for you, or trying to find something that might not reflect who you are. So when you shift to who you are and ask spirit to provide for you a likeness to who you are that complements or vibrates at your frequency, you'll be attracting in your soulmate. The spiritual law of reciprocity states that in order to get, you have to give. So when you start to enter relationships with the idea of how can I be constructive in this relationship? What am I giving in this relationship? You will find that your relationships will have more binding power to them. And that goes back to what I just said of looking for a trophy partner. It's like, what am I going to get versus what you're giving to the relationship? So in both cases, I'm talking about moving from superficial to a deeper approach. And when you do that, you'll start to connect better with others and have more of a connection with others. And then the most important thing is this spiritual law of dharma, or purpose, which is aligning with your passion and your purpose that you came to earth to complete. When you're not there yet, but you're asking spirit to bring it to you, well, it doesn't really matter. When you ask that you have your purpose brought to you, or that you align with it, spirit rushes in to support you. And one of the things spirit might give you is a soulmate that is a catalyst for your growth, to align with your true authentic self. Your true authentic self. So a very important spiritual law to attract your soulmate is to ask that your purpose be revealed to you. As soon as you do, it's like the floodgates open up and all the spiritual resources come in to support you in that process, including cataclysmic relationships that may shift you from your comfort zone to your striving zone, which is your place of authenticity and actualization. I hope that makes sense to you. There is an article on my website which is linked from Spirit Medium TV. But if you just go to Spirit Medium TV and go down the right, you'll see recent posts, and there you'll find Soulmate Attraction, 3 tips for attraction. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a brief meditation and a prayer and an energy connection. Like everybody listening who's waiting to be, well, everybody listening, everybody, even if you're not waiting to be spoken with, if you would please sit back, uncross arms and legs so you go into an open body position. Good. And what I would like you to do is to start to breathe from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to gently let go. If you are waiting for an other side connection, I ask that you ask your loved one or loved ones from the other side, please come in to join you. See them with you now. Say hello, big hugs and kisses. If you are waiting to have a question answered about your own life and circumstances therein, including healing, I ask that you ask Spirit give you the answers you need today. While you do that, I will go off and invoke the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. Okay, so now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space, your energy, and I will connect us all. One moment, please. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to do a channeling now for a group message. 1 second, please. We are here. We are the ones. We ask that you all listen carefully and listen closely. Today, we are going to reveal how to discover your purpose on Earth. Your purpose, as mentioned earlier, is the enigmatic particle to release your activation on Earth. Not only will you be released to higher bliss and joy and a greater frequency of synchronicity, but as well you will also attract in your partner or partners that will help you on your path. And so the way to do this is to listen to your heart center. Many of you are doing things because you feel you need to do them or you have to do them. We would like to remind you that wanting to do something is probably the most important aspect of self you could ever support and address. Therefore, every time you are ready to make a new choice in your life, you need to ask yourself how you feel about that, rather than do things in a numb way or an automatic or blind way. Raise your consciousness, raise your awareness by asking yourself how you feel about that. If you feel happy, that is your soul speaking to you about your purpose. Please, please, please listen to yourself, dear ones. Understand who you are. Your entire purpose for being is to unravel that understanding of self and to live authentically to self. Those that take on the challenge of being fully who they are in fearless fashion will find that the floodgates and the wealth of heaven will be given to thee. Namaste. Okay, I did not expect that message, but I'm glad it came through. Whatever, I just go with the flow. Okay, I'm going to go to Kelly, who's wanting an other side connection. Oh, did I open up the right door? Oh, there it is. Good. Hi, Kelly.
Yep. Hey.
Hey, honey. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of go around you a little bit energetically. First thing I do feel is that there's a mother figure for you. I'm not sure if that's who you're wanting or not, but I keep hearing that and feeling that and sensing that. Let me just go there for a second, honey, all right? May I do that?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. If Kelly 770. Okay, this woman is a slender, who I see. Could be a grandma too, honey, or a mother figure. We're going to be a little broad right now. She's very cute. She dresses rather smartly, actually. She seems to have she shows me herself attractive. She doesn't show me herself old. She shows me herself young. And now people in spirit can show themselves at any part of their life. So this is what she wants to show me. She's wearing a hat. She has brownish, or what would I call it? A mid-level chestnut brownish kind of hair that's curled. She's got slender lips, kind of, I don't know, twinkling eyes that kind of turn up at the corners a little bit. Very fair skin, a nice little nose which goes up instead of down. She looks Irish or German or something like that, Anglo-Saxon, Northern European. That also could go for Russian or Eastern European, but I heard Irish or German. Very kind person, very clear in her thinking when she's on Earth, and she likes flowers. And she says she likes to pick, I don't know why she would say this, but she likes to pick daisies or roses. Now, does this make any sense to you?
It could be one of my grandmothers.
Okay.
Could be. Can you describe her build a little bit?
Yeah, she looks petite. She's narrow in her build. I don't see her old, though. Remember I said that? I don't see her very old.
Right.
She's got a narrow waist, and she's got an hourglass figure, but not overly voluptuous. Actually, she's quite an attractive woman in her youth. She likes to wear a little bit of makeup. She's wearing lipstick right now. She likes the outdoors. Something with her and flowers and gardening and all is very important. Oh, now she morphs a little bit to an older look. She's scolding me. She doesn't want to look old. Whoever she is takes pride in her appearance. But the way she looks now as she gets a little older is I see this grayer hair. It's got a little bit of brownish undertones to it. And it kind of goes up in a little bit of a wave up on the top there. I can't see the rest of it. Okay, she shows me it's about cut to ear length right now. So she has even features: high cheekbone, nice nose, curves up, twinkling eyes, statuesque. Oh, statuesque figure. Now, statuesque usually means taller rather than short. You want to show me what you mean by that, please? Statuesque most of her life. She had a good frame for her figure. Nice looking woman. Seems to have a male under her. So that means you have an uncle, or it's your father's mother. In other words, if it's your mother's mother, there'd be a brother there, or I don't know, there's a male down the family line from her, which could be very broad. But she gives me a sense of a male. Okay, and she also shows me where the male is, so it kind of goes more on the mother's side. Okay, so this looks like more like your mother's mother. Okay, because she's shown me going off to the right of you, and then there's a male under her, meaning you'd have an uncle or something like that, or that you have a brother. Does that make sense to you, sweetheart, from what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so there she is in all her delight in glamour and grandeur. She's kind of like a glamorous type. And she's laughing a little bit because she doesn't mean she was a movie star. She just means that she was a very pretty woman, very attractive woman, inside and out, not just the way she looked. Oh, she liked to take care of her hair a lot, she says. Not just the way she looked, but also her personality. Now, as she says those words, it's kind of interesting because they get another underpinning to this, or a little underbelly to it, which is kind of interesting, Kelly, because I think other people might not have agreed with her about her personality. She may have thought she was great, but she's kind of making me feel like maybe she thinks she's great, but others didn't really necessarily agree with that. Now, I know you're here to talk to somebody specific in spirit, and I have a feeling it's not your grandma because of your quietness on the other end of the phone. But at least we can identify grandma. Is there somebody else that you're requesting, please?
Anyone that would come through.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about my, actually not a relative, but a roommate from college.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do with that. So Grandma is here, okay? And she says, thank you, Kelly, dear, for letting me come in. I also feel there's something in the throat area and chest area is bothering me for her, which would have to do with breathing difficulties towards the end of her life. A lot of coughing and choking, so she must have had some lung issues. Do you know that about Grandma, please?
I'm not sure exactly because she wasn't around me at that time when she was.
Okay, well then you can just check that out later. Okay, I'm going to try to go now. The reason I do that is I have to complete the connection at hand, and if I just truncate it, then I lose the connection for you to spirit. It's a very loving, wonderful person. Of course, we want to honor your grandma. So let's see if we can pull in this other soul for you. Somebody from college, roommate. This is for Kelly. Okay, now are you overweight a little bit, Kelly? Because I see it's either you or her is or was overweight, whoever I see in front of me. Are you carrying a little extra weight on you, love?
A little extra.
A little.
Not bad, but
not too bad. Okay. All right. Well, I see in front of me a woman who's a little bit overweight. She's got a big bust line. She's got short, dark hair. It's not you then, okay, because she's a little bit more than just a little overweight. She's got short, dark hair. She said in her youth it was dark, of course. She doesn't show me herself old just yet. Now, do you know if your roommate was overweight, please?
Well, it was actually a male, so.
Oh, was he over? Was he overweight?
I don't think any of the other roommates that I had died. So.
Okay. Was he? Did he carry extra weight on him, honey?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Did he have dark hair, please?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so that's who I have here. At least I'm seeing somebody who's overweight with short dark hair. I'll just give you what I'm getting. Okay. Now let's see. He was okay. He's had trouble with his weight for most of his life. He says it was not easy for him to get out of his own way in that respect. He says, and that was a cause of much concern for him during his entire life. I don't know what's going on in your end, but every now and then I hear a noise that kind of interrupts me, like as if it's wind or something. Let me see if I can get.
Weird.
What was that, honey?
I said that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's just you're breathing every now and then. You're hitting the microphone or something is what it is. So maybe just pull it away just a bit so I don't get that. Okay, because I don't mind hearing it. It's just it cuts off my connection because my concentration gets cut off. Okay, so let me just go back to him. He was on a roll there about his weight and having a problem with that, toxic issues in his life towards the end of his life that caused him Beltway. There's a block there. He doesn't want to talk about something. All right, I'm not going to force you, sir. Okay. He's very unhappy with himself towards the end of his life. He's not capable of changing anything. He feels restricted and closed off from other people. He's not willing to go out, and he closes himself in a lot. He's into his home, actually. He's not getting out a lot. Do you understand this, please, Kelly? Does this make sense to you, honey?
I'm really not sure.
Do you know how he passed? Do you know how he? Don't tell me, but do you know how he passed, love?
I do.
Okay. Well, he seems to be depressed before he leaves life. Do you know if he might have been?
He could have been. I don't know, though.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know why he's talking like that, unless it was unless it had something to do with his passing. So what I'm trying to say is he's telling me things that would have to do with him being unhappy in life, and I think he's leading up to his passing. So I'm going to see what he wants to do with this. Okay. Well done, love. There's choking for him. Something to do with choking. Another one. He can't breathe. He's got a lot of problems with air, respiration, and breathing. Do you understand that for your friend, please?
That could be possible.
All right. Well, respiration was very difficult for him. It was not allowed on a respirator. I don't know what he means by that. They couldn't really help him with that. He says he was unable to get out of the house. Now, do you know if he was heavy towards the end of his life also, sweetheart?
I don't know, but I would think he might be.
All right. Well, okay. So let me just say, you can check these things up later, okay? But he's like he said to me a few times, he's not able to get out of the house. He's still overweight. He's unhappy with his life, and he has problems breathing. Respiration is an issue for him. I don't know what he passed of yet, okay? He hasn't told me. Let me see. Do you want to say anything else about how you passed? I'm sorry, he says, that I had to leave Earth the way I did. Others are trying to help me, but I was unable to help myself. He says it was sudden, and I just let myself go. Now, when they say things like this, sweetheart, they usually mean that they took their own life, although he didn't say that to me. Do you know if that might be possible?
I don't think that that's what happened, but anything's possible, so.
All right. Well, what do you know about his passing? Let's see if we can fit what he just said to what you know about his passing.
He was riding a bike across a bridge in Jacksonville, and he was hit by a car, and it was a hit and run, and he died several days later.
Oh. Well, I want you to know that he seems to be unhappy, and there's something else more to this. Maybe there was something behind that riding the bike kind of thing, but I don't want to say more than that. Maybe it'll come out later. Maybe the family tries to protect those matters with him, because that was very clear from him, and I can't take his words back. So I will allow you to mull that over a bit, and I will allow you to leave for today. Let me see if he wants to make a personal message for you, and then we'll move on to the next caller. Do you want to? Okay. There's also a J name around this situation. It could be a Jack, John, or something like that. It could even be a Jill. I don't know who that is.
No.
It doesn't have to be his name, love. Okay. Doesn't have to be his name. Yeah, we'll just hold on to it, okay? You don't know where these names will come up. It may come up later, so just hold on to that. Okay, so let me go back to him. I'm sorry that I still says I'm sorry that he did what he did. Okay, let me see if he wants to see you. Do you have a personal message for your friends or anything else? I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything for me at the hospital. I tried my best to recuperate. After I did what I did not want to die, but it was of my own doing to be on the bridge. That I have to take responsibility for. He says, I'm glad that you called me in. He says, I care about you very much. Okay. And he says, I wish that we could have been friends longer on Earth. He says, you listened to everything I wrote to you, or you read everything I wrote to you. You got every message I gave to you, something like that. So it must have been maybe correspondence between the two of you, or somehow you were in touch with him after being college roommates. And he wants to thank you so much for being his friend. He says, you always buoyed up my soul and my efforts. He says, you're a good person, Kelly, and I wish you well in life. Take care of your family and everything. And I love you. So I hope that message makes sense to you, sweetheart. I can only give you what I'm getting.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see if there are any other side people waiting. There is one other one. Hey, Shirley. How are you today?
I am great, Laura, and I'm assuming that you are great also.
No, thank you for asking, honey. I'm doing very good, love. Okay, so we're wanting another side connection for you. I am feeling a male presence to you, and it actually doesn't feel like it's in your peer group nor a parental figure. It feels more like a younger person. Are you wanting a connection with a male who's perhaps from a lower age group than you, younger age group than you?
Yes, I actually thought of somebody when you asked for us to think about people.
Okay. Well, that person is here for you, and he says hello. Wow. Mommy, you're not his mother, are you?
No.
All right. Well, let's continue. Maybe he's just trying to come in to say hello to his mom, and maybe through you it would be done. Let me see if I could develop him. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just see what I can do with this. Want to speak, love? Okay, so I see him as a younger person, under 10 years old. It looks like a boy, okay? Not a babe, not an infant and not a teenager, but more like a boy. He's very self-sufficient, kind of independent kind of kid. Gets around, likes to get around underfoot and out of the eye reach of people who would be watching him. So he's a typical young boy, very mischievous, into all kinds of things, activities, and very bright. And when he's on Earth, he still is this way, of course, but I'm just reviewing what he's showing me from his life on Earth. Right? He has hair, and there's a foreshadowing going on here of how he actually transitioned, I'm assuming. Otherwise, he wouldn't bother to show me these things. But in other words, it might have had something to do with him slipping away and not being under the watchful eye of somebody when this happened. When his transition occurred. I don't know yet. Okay, so just give me that latitude at the moment. I see. Okay, I see brown hair, medium brown hair too. It's like a light to medium brown hair. It's a little longer, not real crew cut short, just a little longer, but short enough for a boy. Very rambunctious, fresh little kid. Likes to get around, likes to get into trouble. I see him like in the terrible twos, although he shows me himself older. But even when he was like in the 2-year-old thing or 3-year-old thing, putting things in his mouth, he could choke, or he'd get into trouble. He's very adventurous. Okay, very much a risk taker. He says, "Tell mommy that I'm okay." All right. Well, you have to give me more information before anybody can tell mommy that you're okay, sweetheart. Okay. So I want him to show me, you know, how he passed and a few other things. Now, from the description, with the hair, for example, and the age, it looks like he could be anywhere from 3 to 8 years old. I can't really place it, but he's not dying at a real old age. Does that make sense to you, please, Shirley?
No, the only young male that I knew that died was in his 20s. And he had black hair, but otherwise it could have been like him.
Well, yeah, it could have been him maybe when he's younger. Very adventurous. Okay. Yeah. Now, was he? Okay, so then maybe he was a risk taker when he gets older as well. So let me, okay, so he's a risk taker. Okay, so that's what he's foreshadowing. As a baby or younger person, the hair's not real dark right there. You know, it just gets darker as he gets older. But a cute little kid. He shows himself as a kid. Now, you need, sir, to show me yourself older. Okay, so we can get what happened as you're a young adult. Okay. Okay, hold on, honey. He's a risk taker. That's all he wants to show me. He's very much of a risk taker. He shows me a car. He shows me takes risks in driving. Does that make sense to you, please?
I would say no, but I do want to say that at that age that he's showing himself would be where he was severely injured and carried the scar for life.
Oh, okay. So then it does make sense that he'd be showing us this. And did he gain it? Okay. All right. And did he gain this injury from like an accident? Because it seems to me from the way he's showing me this that he took a risk and was hurt. Is that making sense to you, please?
Yeah, it wasn't an accident, but he took a risk and was disfigured, yes.
Okay, all right. So he's a risk taker. He takes risks. He was disfigured from that. It is meaningful in his history, and that's good to know because I have to confirm these things before I can get anything else.
Right.
Okay. So he's tall and slender now. He shows me himself more at the young male phase, you know, early 20s or whatever it is. Right. He says he's rambunctious personality, a bit of an ego-driven type. He doesn't let people get the better of him. He's always faster than everybody else in everything. I don't know why he says these things, but I will allow him to continue. He says, finally, I did get myself into trouble by being a risk taker again. He says, as I'm older. He says, and then it was fatal. What I did was fatal. Now, there's something to do with, hold on, fatal. Okay, now do you understand when he says that he's a rambunctious personality even in his 20s? He's trying to be fast. Okay, you understand that? He's faster than other people and doesn't let anybody get the best of him. Does that make sense to you, honey?
Yes.
Okay, so he's very fast. Oh, he's sharp-witted, very fast, very knowledgeable, very quick-witted, very fast. All right, you said all that. And can you tell me how you died, sir? Will you tell me, please? So we have we have an audience here waiting to hear from you. Mm-hmm. Okay. He says, I didn't mean to do it. He says, it wasn't easy. He says, it was something that I did that was not supposed to be done. Okay. It was not supposed to be done. I took a risk. And it was fatal. Okay. But I don't know. Maybe I just have people taking their own lives on my mind today, but he seems to be saying something like that. Does that make sense to you, please? Shirley?
Yeah, you can ask.
What was that?
If there's water involved.
There's water involved. I didn't. What I'm saying is, he's taking responsibility for his passing. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh boy, I do. Okay, so he's saying that he did it. I mean, he did it to himself. Okay, he took a risk, and it was fatal. Okay, that's what he said, and he did it to himself. Now, I don't know whether or not that means he intended to do it, but it could. I'll ask him now. Did you intend to do this, love? Or was this just a risk that you took and then became fatal? Because you've said, you haven't really said that. It was a risk that I took that became fatal. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. But I overdid it and I was unable to come up. And that was the reason why I passed. Okay. Well, I'm so sorry for your passing, sir. Where are you now? I'm okay. I want my family to know I'm okay. I love water very much, still do, always will. He says, I'm not sorry. He says, because I had a good life when I was on Earth. He says, the passing was easy for me. He says, I didn't suffer very much because Mom always wondered about that. He seems to show me, I don't know if this is my imagination, or if this is the case, but as if he's hit by a wave of some sort, and that he's knocked out under the water. Do you know the circumstance?
That makes sense.
Makes sense? Okay, because he's showing me maybe...
It wasn't a wave, but yes, that does make sense. It's kind of what we suspected, yeah.
Yeah, so that he couldn't come up. And so
Yeah.
it goes unconscious, and then he doesn't feel anything. And then next thing you know, he's in spirit world. He says he likes his home very, very much. He loves his new family in spirit. He says he does miss Mom and home very much. He says, give my regards to everyone. And he says he loves you too very much. And it does seem like you're a relative of his, not just a friend. Is that correct, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. He calls you aunt. Are you his aunt, honey?
I was actually his cousin-in-law, but I felt so close to him always.
Okay. All right, sweetheart. So I'm going to say thank you so much, love, for calling in, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to prove spirit to you, and also to have him come in. Thank you, sir, for coming in today, love. He says,
thank you very much.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Now I'm going to go to the first caller who wants a life reading. That would be Dejan. Dejan, hello. Hi, honey. Just give me your... Hi, sweetie. Now, don't tell me background. Just give me the question, okay? And then we'll let Spirit answer it for you.
Well, actually, we'll be all right for me to hang up and call back in, because I think my phone's going to disconnect in a few minutes. So.
What was that?
Will it be all right for me to hang up and call back in, because my phone might disconnect in a few minutes? So would that be all right?
Well, I have like a lot of other people waiting. I don't know if I can find you very easily. We'll try to find you. If you do that, I may not be able to, but sure, if you'd like to do that, honey, I won't stop you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, honey. Okay, Mike. Oh.
Hello.
Hi. Go ahead, honey. Just give me your question, love.
Yep, I'm in the second round of interviews for a sales position.
Okay. And will you get one of them that you want? I guess is the question. Is that what the question is, honey?
Sure, yeah. Am I going in that direction of the sales, or maybe like another direction?
Oh, okay. Should he go in the direction of the sales position, Spirit, or is there a better direction for him that will allow him to make the best amount of money and enjoy the work the most? This is for Mike. Area code 480. Hold on. Sales is good for you. You know a lot about sales. You're very enterprising. It feels to me like you'd like to have your own business. This is the closest to having your own business, but yet having some framework. It makes it easier for you. However, in the long run, it looks like this is a stepping stone to have your own business, or that it would be run like your own business. So sales feels to me like the most opportune thing for you to do for now and for your future. But there doesn't seem to be a base salary. And it seems to be highly entrepreneurial, almost like a distributorship or something like that, where there'd be a natural flow to income from it, so you don't have to work too hard. It's not like, it's not like every single prospect you're going to have to, work really. Once you get revenue from a prospect, there seems to be something residual from it. So you're building something. Does this make sense to you, please, from what you're looking for?
For the current position that I'm interviewing for, no, there's a really good base and uncapped potential in commission. Future-wise, I've always tossed around real estate. So, I guess there could be something else as well that will cross my path that, could possibly be 100% commission with residual income.
Mm-hmm. Is there going to be residual income in this one, the one that you're at?
Sort of. It's it's marketing to the real estate industry.
Mm-hmm.
One of the largest websites out there for marketing for realtors, and so it's, I guess there's repeat business.
Okay, because it feels to me like it's a financial product that you're selling. Maybe it helps them make money. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is, and it helps them make money as a residual income from it. And it's like almost selling an annuity to them, if you will, but it's not an annuity; it's a product to help them make money. Realtors make money. Let's just forget the base. It's probably so insignificant; it's not really going to mean much one way or the other. You said it's a significant base because whatever you're going to make is going to be a lot more than the base.
Yeah, the base is pretty good and maintainable for my lifestyle right now.
Okay. Well, I see that this is going to turn into something very nicely. It's like having a distributorship almost. And it is it's because, you have your repeat business and all. When you have your clients, they keep buying more, or they have maybe a subscription with you or something. And then this goes places for you. And then ultimately you'll have your own business. This will be I don't know why, but it's related because you want to have your own real estate business with, maybe owning commercial real estate or what have you. So you're in the right line of work. I don't know what else you would be considering, but this does seem to work for you.
Yeah, the only thing else I would be doing is just kind of hanging out in a waiting table.
Mike, this is far better than that. Yeah, you're going to do great with this, and you're in the right line of work for you. So I do feel it's going to work out well for you. So continue.
Wonderful.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. I think I'm going to go to Renee. Yes, indeed. Oh, I was supposed to look for that person who was there before who needed to go leave the caller queue and come back in. I don't see. Oh, there he is. Oh, no, that's not him. Oh, wait a minute. There he is. Dejan, hello. I found you. Go ahead, honey, and just give me your question. Hi, sweetie. Just give me your question, love.
Okay. Today's my girl's birthday, and sadly enough, I can't really be with her.
Oh.
So I thought the next best thing was to call in and get to talk to her on the spiritual level. So I just wanted to know if you had any messages or anything coming through pertaining to her, because today is about her. So I just wanted to.
Okay, now is she in spirit, honey?
Next best thing.
Is that what you mean? She's deceased?
No, she's alive.
Oh, okay. All right.
Communicate with her in person.
Oh, sure. What is her first name? Do you mind saying?
Her first name is Chloe.
Chloe. Okay. And now this is your daughter?
No, it's my girlfriend.
Oh, I get it. Oh, okay. Hold on, Dejan. Chloe. She's upset. Very upset. She feels very alone right now. She feels very isolated, as if she's locked up or held back or kept away from you for some reason. Does this make sense, please, Dejan?
It does.
Yeah.
And I've actually talked to other people about that too, other psychics, and they kind of brought the same thing, but I never really got exactly why. They just brought it up. They never never really told me exactly why she felt that way.
Okay. Well, we're going to continue. We're going to continue with that. Yeah. Okay. It's almost like she's held back. Okay. I don't know if she's wherever she is or whatever she's doing does not allow her much freedom. Okay, we'll just put it to you that way. To do her own thing, to get out, to go places, she's held back, very much held back. She is looking to do something new now with her life. However, whatever she did in the past has kept her limited in her scope and where she can go and what she can do. She's very frustrated with her life right now. Okay, and she would like to get out, but she's not able to get out. Now, I don't know why, but I get a distinct feeling like she's literally in jail or incarcerated. Now, that could be, that could be taken many ways. Maybe she's just in circumstances that doesn't give her a lot of freedom. But it feels to me like she's made some decisions in life that have held her back from moving forward. She wishes she could move forward, but she can't right now. She's very limited by her circumstances. She's limited monetarily. She's limited in terms of freedom, personal freedom to go and do what she wants to do. And she's limited in getting out of her own way. Oh, now it also could be that maybe there's some habit or something that she does that keeps her very limited. Do you know if she ever had any kind of problems when you knew her, honey? Like, I don't know, money problems or addiction problems, maybe just a habit that was very limiting that kept her back. Do you know about that, honey, for her?
Actually, that also was brought up too, but again, I never really, personally, I never really saw that habit, at least in person. But that also has been brought up too in other readings about something that she's doing that I'm not really aware of, like kind of like a deception around her, but I'm not really sure exactly why or what's going on.
All right. Well, let's just put it to this one. She's very limited, honey, right now, and that's the main thing. She feels trapped. She can't get out of her own way. She doesn't have a lot of money. She's very limited, and she could have a habit of some sort that is part of the reason that she can't get out of. Okay, and so it's like as if she's trapped or in prison. She may not literally be in jail, but she is very limited in her circumstances and ability to change her life. Right now, her thinking is very negative. They give me the word abstract versus concrete. In other words, she's thinking, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And she can't figure out in a concrete way what to do to get herself out of this mess she's in. She does think about you from time to time. She wishes she was able to contact you to help her in some way, but she's unable to do that. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe she'll tell me if I continue here. But she's unable to connect with you or contact you because you don't know. Oh, you don't know who she is anymore. You won't know who she is anymore. Now, that suggests to me that she might have gone downhill in her life, okay? And that if she contacted you, you wouldn't even recognize her.
Really?
Yeah. Now, there's another thing. She also looks like she's overweight. I don't know if she was overweight when she was with you, but she looks like she's overweight now as well.
Well, I mean, I know she had, I wouldn't say she had weight issues, but I think more so like cyberbullying, I guess.
More what?
You know how it is, like social media, having negative comments about you. But I mean, that's not really like around her having weight issues, but she has thought about herself having weight issues when she really never really had weight issues at all before.
Ah, okay.
But,
well, then that's why. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, because
you're right. Yeah.
So she looks overweight to me, so she may not literally be overweight, but I am channeling her consciousness right now. So she feels overweight, or she might as well be overweight. And so obviously she has some kind of low self-esteem issues going on here that make her feel that she can't contact you because you wouldn't like her. Okay, and I think that's the trap or prison that she's in. It's of her own making. It's this prison that she keeps herself in, a feeling that she can't get out of her own way. So what you have here, honey, is a person that doesn't feel good about herself and is afraid to contact you because you wouldn't recognize her. She thinks she's just a mess. Okay. So I know that that's a pretty sad message, but that's the message I have to give you.
Right. Well, could I also ask one favor of you, if you're able to do it?
You can ask. Go ahead, sweetie.
Would you be able to give her a message telling her happy birthday?
Sure, we can do that. Well, we can do it right now together. And everybody listening, by the way, if you want to send people messages, you can do that by going into a meditative state. And we're going to do this together right now, Deshawn, you and I, and you can do this on your own. Okay, this is called, it's telepathy. Okay. Uncross your arms and legs. Sit back in your seat. Start to focus on breathing from your abdominal area. Relaxing and getting deeply relaxed. When you do this on your own, do a meditation for maybe 5 minutes or so, to get really, really relaxed. Now visualize her in front of you. Okay. And place on your forehead, happy birthday, the word happy birthday, Chloe. Okay. And now I want you to send it from your forehead into her forehead, that phrase. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, send it from your forehead, happy birthday, Chloe, directly into her forehead. And you could just keep doing that. Happy birthday, Chloe, happy birthday, Chloe, happy birthday, Chloe, happy birthday, Chloe, happy birthday, Chloe. And what you're doing here, and she sees and feels and hears it on an etheric level, we're sending psychically somebody a message, and that's how it's done. Relaxed state, third eye to third eye, a very short and succinct message. If you can attach love to that message, it becomes even more powerful. So we've wished her a happy birthday. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. God bless, sweetheart. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I am going to go to, wow, we got a lot of people here, especially people who want other side connections. Hold on, my whole keyboard went crazy on me. We're going to go to Cindy, who has a life question. Hey, Cindy, what's going on? Cindy? Okay, Cindy's disappeared. We are going to go to Ola, who's been waiting a very long time. Hey, Ola, honey, how are you? Hi, sweetie.
Oh, hi.
Hi, honey. Just give me a question, honey, and don't give me any background. We only have a few minutes left, so just go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Just wondering, I just moved. Wondering what you see for temp opportunities. I'm just looking for temp while I figure out what I want to do next for career. So.
Okay. Ola, hi, Ola, by the way. Oh, hi. Ola calls in from time to time. Okay, let's see. Temp opportunity. By the way, I heard a big yay about the move. That was a good idea. Glad that you moved.
Oh, yeah.
Glad you moved. Better place for you, better location, more opportunities. Will she have temp work? Yes or no, Spirit? For a while, you'll have some. You don't really need that, though. After a while, you're going to be finding something more to your liking. And it feels, I don't know why I would get this, because I don't remember what you wanted to do. But it's going to have something to do with the entertainment industry. Maybe I always say that too, because I know you're down southwest California. But it feels like it's going to have something to do with the entertainment industry. Is that what you're wanting, honey?
No, I just moved from LA.
To where?
I was kind of doing that stuff.
Okay.
The Bay Area.
Bay Area, okay. Well, it still seems to me it has something to do with, I don't know, there's something to do with, it has something to do with the communications industry, then I'll just put it to you that way. There'll be a lot of opportunity, a lot of opportunity for you there, and it will be somehow in the media as well. And I always get that for you because I think it's on your path.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you will get, so you will get temp work, and you're going to like the more permanent work a lot when it finally does come in.
90 seconds.
Okay?
Oh, good. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Thank you, love. Thank you, too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to go to, I was to Cindy a moment ago. Let's see if she's there now. Cindy, hi. Cindy?
Hello.
Hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, honey. We only have a minute left, so would you please give me your question very, very succinctly? Go ahead.
Yes, I want to know if
60
I should
seconds.
stay with my current boyfriend, if you see this working out, and being able to move. We've been trying to make a residential move, and things keep
Okay, since
getting put on hold.
Since I only do one question per person, we'll focus in on the boyfriend. Give me his initials, please. Give me his initials.
TCB.
TCB, okay. Hold on.
CB.
And it's not T, it's just C, B?
It's C. Actually, first initial is M, but he goes by the middle name C.
Okay, CB. Let me just go to...
MCB is the three initials.
Thank you, honey. Just hold on.
10 seconds.
No, you should not leave him now. You have been through too much together to let it go at this point. Things will get better, not worse. You've invested a lot, and so has he. And it looks like things are going to get better, not worse. So I wouldn't get rid of him if I were you.
Okay.
Okay?
His drinking is pretty bad.
Well, they said that he's going to get better, not worse.
Okay.
Okay, so if it hasn't shown yet, it's going to get better. And he loves you very much, and everything he said he means, and he will be changing. So that's a very important message to get for somebody like that.
Okay.
Okay, and just quick, what do you mean about moving? Just give me the quick question, honey, and I'll give you a quick answer.
Well, we're supposed to be moving together, and he got a large chunk of money to move with, and then he blew it drinking.
Oh.
And now we're trying to find a way to move again. But we have to make a residential move so our businesses can move forward.
I just want the question. What is the question? Should you move or not?
Will we be able to make that residential move?
Yes, you will be.
Very quickly.
You will, and it will happen automatically. There seems to be some way or miracle is coming through for you. And I know that's funny to say, but what I'm getting is a big yes with bows and ribbons on it, which means that everything actually is going to be a lot better than you in a couple of weeks to months, maybe months, than it is right now. You have to have courage and faith and keep praying like you've been doing, and things are going to work out. I don't know why they're saying he's going to make a big change, but they are saying so, and I'm going to see if I can figure out why before I let you go, because it seems to be needed. I need to say that for some reason. Hold on, why?
Thank you. Yeah, because I've been considering moving without him because
wait.
Ongoing
let me
for a long time.
Let me just see why they say. Let me just see why. Spirit, do you feel that this guy's going to turn around his life? He wants to, and he will. He's over whatever it was that kept him in that mode now. He's taking measures. He's getting to the root of the issue, and he's solving it. Part of it is emotional, and part of it is physical. And he literally is taking a very rational approach to resolution of this. He's scared to death of losing you. Whatever there was in the past, he's learning how to let go of. So I see him getting some kind of a treatment that is not only emotional, but also physical to help him overcome this. And that he will do the right thing. So that's what I'm getting, love. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Thank you. Blessings to you.
Okay, blessings to you as well, love. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, sometimes I don't even realize how sad all these situations are. I mean, people are calling in with the most traumatic life issues, and I want to thank everybody for calling in, and I thank you all for allowing Spirit to work through me. I also thank Spirit for coming in to work, and it is my honor and pleasure to be in this role of servant. If one would like to have a booking with me, you may have a significant discount as a listener of the radio show. Just go to booklaura.com and you will see their event code, put in radio show, and you will be automatically given an extension of the time you pay for, which will result in a 25% discount. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste.